Anda kembali di Newsroom, kita kembali beda informasi terkait dengan pengganti Paus Fransiskus. The conclave to elect new pope starts today. What does the voting look like? Joining by my colleague Rafael Romo, CNN correspondent, joined from Rome, Italy. Hello, good afternoon, man. Rafael, when will the conclave start and who will be voting? What does the voting look like?
Herranov, greetings to you from Rome. Well, it started with the Holy Mass for the election of the Roman Pontiff, called the Proeligendo Romano Pontifice Mass, which means for the election of the Roman Pontiff in Latin, was held earlier here at St. Peter's Basilica. It opened with a striking procession of the College of Cardinals in order of seniority, slowly walking through St. Peter's Basilica towards the altar as they get ready to choose a new pope in the near future. They each took turns kissing the altar before fanning out to take their seats under the splendor of the Basilica. And regarding your question, Herranov, at exactly 4:30 in the afternoon local time, the 132 cardinals who are eligible to vote for a new pope, meaning the ones that are younger than 80, will file into the Sistine Chapel, where, in keeping with tradition, the conclave will be held. We're expecting the cardinals will vote only once today because they're starting in the afternoon, and it is also very likely, Herranov, we will see black smoke to billow out of the Sistine Chapel, signifying an inconclusive ballot.
So, waiting for the new pope. How long the conclave will take place, Rafael? Can public watch the conclave? Rafael.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Well, the last time a pope was chosen in 2013, there were 5 rounds of voting that ended with the election of Jorge Mario Bergoglio, who, of course, became Pope Francis. The last 2 conclaves held in 2005 when Pope Benedict XVI was chosen, and in 2013, again, to elect Pope Francis, lasted only 2 days. And let me tell you, the people we've been talking to, clergy, and the faithful here at St. Peter's Square are hoping today for another short conclave. Of course, we don't know at this point how long it's going to take, but people, again, hoping for this to be decided in just a matter of days. Herranov?
Okay, of course, you have information. Who are the main contenders to be the next pope? Can you have information from the strong contenders? A while.
Yeah, that's the million-dollar question, Herranov. The reality is that it depends on who you ask. There are several names being floated around. Some are from Europe, some are from other parts of the world. But the reality is that it is going to be very difficult to predict, given the circumstances that here at the Vatican, there's an adage that says that you enter the conclave as a pope and you exit as the cardinal, meaning that sometimes those who are seen as the favorites never get to be pope. And let me tell you, in 2013, Jorge Mario Bergoglio was not among the favorites. He was not among the main candidates, and he ended up being a pope. Now, one factor that needs to be mentioned is the fact that Pope Francis named about 80% of all 133 electors, meaning that his role as a pope for 12 years is going to be larger than usual. But again, that's no guarantee that the cardinals are going to actually choose someone who is like him or someone more conservative in the fashion of Pope Benedict XVI.
You have analysis about how long take the constraint time to new pope. It's hard to pick a new pope, or how long exactly to pick a new pope?
The time that it takes to choose a new pope has varied widely through the church's history. The longest, if you can imagine this, took almost 3 years, from 1268 to 1271. As a matter of fact, that's the reason why today we have the highly formal and well orchestrated plan to choose a pope. Everything that has to do with the mass that they go to how they enter the Sistine Chapel, how they vote, everything came about because they were not able to come to an agreement quickly enough back in 1268. So again, it remains to be seen. Some say that if a pope is chosen soon enough, that's going to probably end up being someone from Europe. If it takes longer than that, it's going to be someone from elsewhere in the world.
Vibe in Rome, Italy, to waiting for the new pope until now. Can you describe? Rafael?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question, Herano?
Yeah. Can you describe how the atmosphere, enthusiasm, the people from Italy for waiting for the new pope right now? Rafael.
Yes, that's a very good question. There's a lot of anticipation and excitement. There were people here participating in the 2025 Jubilee. It's a year of celebration for the Catholic Church. So even before Pope Francis died, there were many Catholics from around the world visiting Rome, visiting the Vatican. And so when Pope Francis died, that added numbers of people that came not only from Europe but from other countries. And people here have the sense of expectation, a sense of wonder, wondering how long this is going to take. You can compare it to what happened in 2013 when there was the shock of having a pope resign, at the same time the excitement of getting a new one. This time that shock is not here. People are just anticipating and hoping for a very quick conclave. But again, nobody really knows what's going to happen.
Nobody really knows what happens to pick new pope. Thank you for joining us, Rafael Romo, CNN correspondent. Good afternoon.